Hello, it's me, Gaming Wolf. How you doing, y'all? Can't really do an accent right now, but, you know, allow adequate room around you during this video so you can just wail your arms around in excitement of new 2006 technology. Yes, I'm doing it. I have motion controls. Ah! Great shit. Hold the Wii remote sideways. Anyway, yeah. Only doing Wii for side scrollers, at least. Not that I don't really have much against the Wii other than a lot of shovelware. A lot of it. Oh well, though. We've learned from that, perhaps. Now all the shovelware's on the Switch. Anyway, hopefully this isn't too much of a departure, you know, being retro, but retro is such a lack of distinct refinement by this point that I'm just going with what works. In this case, today's Princess Peach's birthday, because why the fuck not? Okay? So, I actually originally played the DS game, and right now I'm not doing DS videos. That has to do with the double screen shit, actually. Besides you not being able to see a stylus touch things, which would be fun to look at. But there comes a lot of problems with trying to record the two-screen scenario, which I've decided not to do yet. Although I could, but that's gonna look... I'll think about it. You guys tell me. Because there's a lot of good options for that. Anyway, yeah, this is Nintendo's attempt to basically return to Mario's side-scrolling after all the 3D stuff he's been doing. And, you know, at that time, before, you know, 2D became aware in the public consciousness, there was just so much 3D shit because, you know, it was still a new thing. And now we're just kind of getting used to the fact that we've settled in these 2D mechanics, but with a 3D backdrop. And that's what this is. You can play this with 3 other people, by the way, with your Wiimotes hanging around. The Koopalings are back too, so I prefer this over the DS one. For sure, just because of that. But also because I have this one big screen. It's also we're in widescreen, baby. Did you know that? I had to think about how I was doing the thumbnail, but I don't know if you like my solution. I haven't decided how I'm doing it, but you should see it right now and be like, oh, wow, that's great, or oh, well, that's terrible. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sorting it in a couple days, don't worry. Anyway, the goal of this playthrough is to do every level, get every secret exit, get all coins, and by the end of it, my file is going to have 5 shiny stars on it. That's pretty much the goal. Although, they don't have to be shiny. To make it shiny, you kind of have to not use the super guide, which means do not die too much in the same level. Which I made sure to make not happen. But really, there's a few motion controls that are going to be happening. You'll know. For one thing, doing a little waggle. You know, waggle, you just kind of shake it from left to right. You'll do basically the equivalent of a spin jump. You also kind of waggle in mid-air, which is something you kind of do in Mario Galaxy, which I'm already on the road to probably doing very soon. That's more of an issue of my what I'm doing to actually do these motion controls, and I don't have quite the range I want. I got the sensor bar. It's just the range of the Wiimote to what I'm using it for is kind of complicated, okay? Anyway, this is Mario. You know how Mario works, right? I do. You just go from left to right. I have painstakingly researched all these... Okay, much of the coin getting is just memorizing what possible things are. Some of the more weirder aspects is sometimes you just have to hit a hidden block and not know that it's there. Or just wait for a pipe to show up around the spinny thing. Yeah, there's a lot of lack of flat ground. Like, yeah, there's like round ground that still functions like this. Anyway, let's go in the pipe. If I don't do this part soon enough, I have to wait for a while for it to come back. So let's just do this now. You can also waggle, since I have the propeller hat power-up. This is basically your flying power-up. Is to go straight up with it. You waggle and it goes, phew. You can do this once per jump. So if you're falling down, you can do it. If you jump down something, it'll come down, you can do it. So get a lot of height with it. Certainly the handiest power-up, and also as to not be too broken as to when you have a cape or raccoon tail in Mario 3. Oh, do you have the raccoon tail and raccoon tanuki tail in fucking New Super Mario Bros. 2? So it's not like they didn't want to experiment with that. But I'm more at the propeller hat. It looks silly. Mario gets a jumpsuit. This is not a requirement, but for much of this playthrough, I'm going to attempt to get on top of the flagpole. At other times, I'll just be like, no, I ain't doing that shit, and just grab the pole. What other more details can I share about this run? Oh, this run is what I like to call the No Toad Left Behind run, which is anytime I see a Toad kidnapped, I will return to the level to pick him up. That's just going the extra mile. I did not need to do that, but I thought it was fun, and also let me get a lot of backup items for later. Mostly just for World 9. There's not really much to spoil in this game. You kind of just do it. Now, I could say there's probably spoilers in Galaxy. Oh, yeah. But in this, which is just a 2D side-scroller, you don't really think about spoilers. I mean, maybe you do, but... Like this remix. Like these purple rocks. I just like the underground levels. They're great. Almost makes you wish there's an entire cave world sometimes, but we leave that to the realm of the ROM hacks, my friend. Which is, by the way, actually another reason I'm doing this, because I know the single best ROM hack for this game. I can't even call it a ROM hack because it's technically not that, but a mod, shall you say. And I'll cover it. Although I heard they're making it. I heard Scowo was making a new version of it, but it'll go by a different name technically, so I just won't use that for now. It's fine how it is right now. I didn't know if it needed a remake. Anyway, yes, you can actually see me tilt the Wiimote for the fucking platform that I jumped on, and believe me, that was fun to do. I have never been able to show you my sense of precision like I have been now that you can see me do my Wii powers. Ha ha ha! It's absolutely great. Kind of almost wish I had a webcam up so I could show you screw around with it, but that would probably be more essential for more motion control based games like WarioWare Smooth Moves. That one would probably require me having a camera up if I were to LP that. That's just the name of the game, because all the shit you have to do, you have to see me do those crazy. I feel like that's something people do. It's kind of like if I were to play like Duck Hunt and you have a zapper gun. It's like I'm gonna have to show you me with the gun, otherwise you're just gonna see the screen flash and my seizures, and that's no cool. You need some input as to what I'm doing. Oh yeah, imagine that, stars being useful in a Mario game. And also getting 1-ups that way. At a certain point, I'll have so many 1-ups that it'll seem stupid to get more, but I'll go out of my way to get 1-ups as I can anyway, just for the bragging rights. I don't know, it's fun to do. Certainly more defined in the original games. When I do mods of stuff, I don't know how much I'll go out of my way for 1-ups, unless I really need them, but that's just me. So, Ice Mario. I feel like part of this ideas for this were like modding ideas, and Ice Mario is basically how you think of Fire Mario, but you're throwing ice, and it freezes the enemy. It's really good. If not by the fact that there's an even better power-up that does it and more. But Ice Mario is beyond handy for this game, because I just freeze shit, I break it, I break things that otherwise can't be broken, and sometimes use them as projectiles to throw at shit. It's really good. And here I am demonstrating my ability to make a hill. Yeah, surprise, I have a lot to talk about. Oh, you. I was going to do this early, but man, I am just getting out that funk. I am almost out of that funk. I got all that Doom stuff going, but there was a little hectic uptake that I had to just kind of... just things. But no, I'm on the upswing. I just have to not get distracted now. Not to mention other events that have nothing to do with anything, which is like, animal related. It's like, you gotta look after animals, right? Anyway, expect this a lot, which is the minigame of the Red Mushroom House, which is to get the items. There's also a green one for 1-ups. But it's basically concentration, except there's no need to concentrate. The shit stays up. Game ends when you get 2 Bowsers or 2 Bowser Juniors. Bowser Jr.'s problem in this game. I still say having Bowser Jr. just reminds me of just saying we made a Mario Party character canon. But those would have been called like Baby Bowsers or Koopa Kids or whatever have you. What have you. But we can blame that on Sunshine and all that shit. Alright, so I got a mushroom, fire flower, yeah. I'm not going to use power-ups too much at first, but like say I die, I'll shove a mushroom on Mario. I will be getting so many mushrooms anyway, it won't matter. But, yeah. I suppose you could try doing the levels as small, but I don't know if that probably wouldn't guarantee you getting all the coins, which means you probably wouldn't be able to get to World 9 that way, which means you just have to do it both ways just to guarantee it. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Welcome to World 1-3. Kind of also wish I was doing New Super Mario U, but there's a few problems with that. But I do like that they actually name all their levels, which is cool. Kinda, yeah. I think they name their levels. It's actually nice. Or they name their world. Yeah, it's cool. It's some cool shit. But that's alright. I have a Yoshi, not featured in the DS version. Yoshi can eat shit. Every time you get 5 berries, something pops out. Much like in Mario World. It's just pretty much borrowed from Mario World wholesale, including having the hovering ability from Yoshi's Island. Or, yeah, pretty much that. It's pretty good. Spit out shells, gets the 1-up, is a pretty cool guy. Oh yeah, you can go into the Princess's Castle to watch these like hint videos. I will not be showing them off. You can look at them. They're probably all uploaded to YouTube. I don't need to do that. That would just be me like LPing like a slideshow, or not a slideshow, but just movies. And I feel like that's better represented by, I guess, the Nintendo employees that have done them. Especially for their 4-player videos. Those are really something. Imagine like being so good that you just have synchronized awesomeness. Which, by the way, it's a terrible idea to play this with 3 other people you don't really know, because what will happen is everyone will run to the right with no disregard for pretty much anything, and then people will die from not catching up fast enough. So there's that aspect to think about. Remix! Mix. Yeah, I don't think I can propel with my Yoshi. So that's kind of almost a waste, but hey, if I have to get off of it, I can get off. You know what I meant. I mean, if you waggle, you'll instead jump off the Yoshi, because it works just like a spin jump would. Bop, bop! Enemies move to the beat. The balls get really stupid in the 3DS, but whatever. I'm fine with it. So why do I need these big coins? Well, getting all of them in Worlds 1 to 8 will unlock World 9, and getting all in World 9 means nothing, but you're awesome anyway, so I'll just do it. It should have been hinted I was going to do this after doing 3 Mix, considering they also had a 3-coin system, probably because of this very game. Or rather, at least the DS one, because that also had a 3-coin thing. It's really hard to pill it slow, because, like, you could just skip 2 worlds entirely, like in a normal playthrough without even warping, and just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, what's happening? Hey, this is happening! Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Now, we have secret exits. I'm gonna find all of them, because that's cool. But first, as part of my No Toad Left Behind act, this Toad is informing me about the mechanic in which basically Toads will just get kidnapped every now and then in levels that are possible to basically escort them to the end. So they're not going to be in every level, but in the levels where the game developers know it's possible for you to actually do that. And I'll make every effort to do that, because once you do it, then depending on the number in the number in Mario seconds or whatever, will determine what Toad House shows up at the start. So a red house for items, a green house for 1-ups, or a yellow house that'll just give you a star. I think the equivalent of DS would have been like the Mega Mushroom, which Mega Mushroom does not make an appearance in this game. I assume it has to do with that being really irreconcilable in the fucking 4-player mode, so they decided not to implement it. But, you know, that's okay. Mega Mushroom is hilariously broken, but we love it anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't notice when starting the game. I figured it out much later. You can propel with Toad. I just thought if I did that, I would have thrown him, and I didn't consider that the entire time. So I just made it hard on myself for no reason. Luckily, only like level hacks will have me worry about this, where I might actually remember to do that shit. Oh wait, see, look, there's a hint that I could have done that, and then I just don't do it. It's kind of sad. Oh well. Don't mind me. I've got needs. Needs for Toad, who cannot walk the street. This is your merit badge for rescuing the Toad. Oh yeah, by the way, if your Toad gets hit, it becomes small and you get 1-up instead of 3-ups. I will make sure to save each Toad. If I somehow don't, I will, like, restart the level, because I don't want Toads to die. No Toad left behind! So, there you go. And Toad has moved in next to Princess Peach's castle. Some might say it's a violation of royal property tax. I don't know about that. Thanks. Here's a gift for you. Just head through the door. My house will not be here for very long. I will vanish into the aether. More power-up panels, because why not? There's no chance you'll get max items wasting as much time as I did. So, forget it. Maybe get 99 red mushrooms, because you normally get them when you're battling enemies on the screen. You know how there's Hammer Brothers in the Mario 3 map? This game does that too, but with a unique enemy encounter per world. Which is good. It's thematic. We like themes in our Mario games. Theme of World 1 being grass, because, yeah. I'll forgive World 1 Syndrome. It's always a way to just, you know, sink your toes in to any game that has a World 1 like that. Just green greens, grass, green hill zone. The World 1. Yeah. Yup. You know, I could have probably also used like that Wii Classic controller thing. Nah. Perhaps if it's beneficial, like say if I was playing Brawl, but then I'd try to work out the GameCube controller stuff, so I guess we wouldn't worry about that at all, would we? Bump bump. Alright, now I'm going to find the secret exit. Some of these are pretty clever, actually. This one was, yeah, this one's a little bit clever. I mean, you kind of have to go out of your way. Oh, although in order to get all the stars, you have to take the cannons. I will not be doing that at first. I'll do that, like, at the end, because then it won't matter. But if you use the cannon, it kind of skips cutscenes. I don't want to skip those, because they're very few. And it's just mostly, you know, the airship just traveling off to the next place, and I don't want to miss that. Come on. And since this is not I'm skipping to the end with warps anyway, I don't need to do it right now. Bum 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 bum. But if you're speedrunning, maybe you want to do that. You could probably, yeah, it'd probably just take you a few, is it 2 cans to get there? Yeah. Yeah, it'd take you 2 cans to get to World 8, so that's about right. Here's the clever part, because you thought you probably had to go on the side, but no. No, that's the trick right there, is that little space in the ceiling where you see those empty space. The secret exits are red flags. Yep. Yep. One wonders what these outposts even are.
This way.
You have to kind of put a little fortress every single time. I know, it's just a carryover from original Mario games, but yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Secret cannon path? Wahoo! Each video will end when I do basically the boss. So, you know, halfway in the fortress, video stops. Then when I beat the rest of the world, video stops, basically. For the most part. There is exceptions, because various things can happen that you might not be immediately aware of. But it's mostly a case of you beat the Koopalings' asses. And then some. So, the Ice Mario gives me the power to freeze a Dry Bones and effectively actually kill it, as opposed to letting it come back up. Although I don't say it's rather dead, since it's already dead, but just, you know, kind of disintegrated. But it's great. I just get rid of them entirely now. Good feature. Yeah, you can just carry it regardless of how much ceiling is left between you and your head, and it'll just die. So that's great. A lot of fortresses, or actually towers. These are tower levels, excuse me. The castle levels are more what I think with a fortress, but yeah, I forgot. Yeah, these are all tower levels. You go from bottom to up, and that means you can't really die in a bottomless pit sort of sense. But if you're doing multiplayer, it may as well be a bottomless pit. That could be a huge fucking problem. So you'd probably just like be like, I'm in a bubble. It's like, nah, if you're playing the game while in a bubble, you're not playing the game anymore. You know? In which case you're just trying to get the dudes to let you live and just avoiding you. It's like, nah, I do this level without you. And it's like, hey. Another thing this game likes to do, which used to annoy me until I, actually used my fucking brain, is, some of these coins are hidden behind walls, as well as other stuff. And, hindsight's 2020, so it's fairly obvious, except for, let's say, ghost houses, where stuff is in these towers or castles, because you'll just see the one and be like, there might be something in there based on how it looks. So, use your eyeballs. Blind gamers need not apply. I'm sorry, blind players. But really, though, I don't know how you do a game like this without being able to see. At least with 3D games, you could try to use echolocation mods or something, which would be really cool, but it doesn't apply to a side-scroller now, does it? But all 3D games can probably do it, so that's my advice to you. There's always a chance to get a fire flower before these battles. Not that I always find them, but I attempt to look for them, at least. Alrighty. This is Larry. Larry is boring. I'm sorry, Larry fans. Larry tends to not really have gimmicks. Although, one of them has been sports. So, there's that. But yeah, this is going back to his first appearance in Mario 3, where he was the first one there, too. As opposed to the last one, Mario World, which wasn't even that impressive, since he's right next to Bowser. I'm just like, what are you doing, man? So, better just make him a World 1 guy. Goodbye, Larry! Living like Larry. Larry! Larry goes to Lloyd's with the lollipops from Lilyhammer, lollygagging around lackadaisically. Yes. This is my ring hand. Oh, shoot! Well, hopefully that's, little spasm, don't mind that. There you go. That's the, first half of the first world of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Not exactly a game you're probably not... not exactly, I would say most people are not familiar with, but I bet a number of Mario watchers are like, yeah, do that. I'm like, yeah, I was gonna do it. Relax. See you next time.